Hi everyone. In this tutorial I will be talking about CraftForms and creating a booking form. Recently I have found this nice website and I saw there is a kind of booking form here that I can try to replicate using CraftForms. I inspected this website and this form specifically. This form is made by using Contact Form 7. Of course, it's a good solution, but very basic, very light solution. And taking this example, I would like to show you the possibilities of CraftForms. So this is the nice form, but we can do better with CraftForms. And I will show you how exactly. So first of all, let me tell you straight away that in this tutorial there will not be online payments. However, I will show you how to use booking form in, let's say, two modes. One will be in light mode, kind of similar to this one, when booking form actually just send a mail, creates a record in database, something like this, because I think this is what this form does. At least the basic functionality of Contact Form 7 works only that. Maybe this form is connected with custom backend, I don't know that, but let's say we take example as it would be a vanilla Contact Form 7. And then I will show you how to create a better booking with availability, better submissions. Okay, so let's start. I click Add New to create a new form. I will start from the scratch to show you the whole process. Okay, now I have my form block, the only block that is added straight away from the beginning. I have it selected, and I always check this inner blocks use content with. This is Gutenberg related setting, and I check it because I want my form to have a same width as content width set for this block theme. Okay, now let's check the original form. Let's scan for fields. So the first field is name and surname. This form is in Italian, and by the way, I didn't tell this, but it's actually the B&B form. This is kind of B&B, agriturismo. It's kind of bed and breakfast, but in rural area. It's oversimplified explanation, but kind of this is it. And we have name and surname, email, phone number. Then we have check-in, check-out, dates, of course. Then we have, there are three fields, adults, small children, how to say, newborns, right? And children. So from 3 to 6 years, there is a tips. And then, optional message. So we will be doing exactly this. Okay. There is also privacy policy. Okay. Good. Now, let me add. Okay, I'm going to add fields, and I filter custom blocks provided by CraftForm just to add them faster. I need, let me think, text input. This is for name. Another text input for email. Another one for phone number. And then what I need date picker. Where is my date picker? Date picker. Where it is? Checkbox, submit text there, label. Here. Yeah. Okay. We have date picker. In CraftForm, in CraftForms plugin, I do not use separate fields for check-in and then another field for checkout. CraftForms has one date picker that can work in different modes. So this is the same field, but I can use it for date range. So I will choose start and end date in the same field, or it can be used in the single date mode. Okay, so anyway, it's just one form field. Next, what else? Okay, I need 3 inputs for children, adults, and newborns, and then 1 text area. Okay, so what I'm going to do is text field 1, 2, 3, and then text area, where it is here, and then checkbox here. And then I also need, this is the setup for CraftForms specifically. I'm surely need, where is my submit button? It's always, I feel like I'm in hurry, and then, okay, this is my submit button. And also I need notification to be shown for my form. Okay, and for the fun, we for sure will add an Infoblock, and not only for fun, but it really looks nice. So in Infoblock, we will be displaying dynamically the fields values chosen in the form. First of all, let's go back to this one. Let's call it name. This is the field name. Then label will be first and our, okay, full name. Full name will be shorter than, okay. Now, it's input text. Yes, it should be required for sure. The next field will be ML. Its label is ML, its type is ML. This is important for validation, and also it is a required field. The third field will be phone number. So let's just write phone number like this. Okay, and let's leave it as text. And we do not do this required. It's not required field. Okay. Now I want to group my fields. I wrap them into groups and put inside form block. So they should be children of my form block. You see, I'm dragging them. So there is one group with a full name. Next field, I will wrap it in group as well, put it inside. Okay, now the third field will be in this group as well. So ML and phone number, they can be together. I choose row layout, so they are placed next to each other. Then we have booking dates. So just let's put field name as dates and label check in, check out. We can put this label. Okay, and it should be required for sure. Okay, now we have a label. Okay, I should put it inside. Okay, not a group, but form. Okay, let me do this. Sometimes in Gutenberg it's hard to, okay, this way. It's hard to drag items. Also group here, okay. Now I have my field for adults. This will be for adults. I add group. Okay, now this field is inside the group, and I can write here adults. Okay, and it should be input type number, because it's a number, so 1, 2, 3, etc. And then validation should be required, because adults are required, children might be optional, right? And then another 2 fields. Actually, maybe, let me think, it would be faster if I just duplicate this one, because here I already set everything I need. So I have deleted those two fields that I wanted to use for children and newborns, and I will be duplicating this block because this way it will be faster, because I already have some settings set. So here I have children, and children we have 3 to 6. Okay. So children 3, 6, and it's not required field. And then I duplicate this and it will be newborns. I actually can write inline just here, newborns. It will be 0 to, from 0 to 2 years. I consider it as newborns. Okay, I have to change the field name here. Here we have newborns, children, adults. Okay, and now I select group. I'm going to change layout to grid. And yes, I already have 3 columns and it's fine. The next form field is message. It will be optional. It will be also inside the group. Okay, next field will be checkbox. Where is the group? Here. And it will be inside the form, but not the first, but last one. It's outside. Now it's inside. Okay. However, I don't need 2 options. I need only one, right? So, how do I call it? I call it privacy policy. And then I should choose options, actually delete one, this one, remove. And for this one, okay, I will remove this one as well and create a new one. And I call it privacy. Actually, this will be value will be privacy, and label will be you must accept our privacy policy. Yeah, like this. And validation will be required, of course. And also field name will be privacy. So this one will be accept. Okay, like this. Okay. Nice. And now I have my form. It looks nice. Now then I need another group. Here there will be Infoblock, submit button, and notification as well. And I put it inside form like this. So okay, I have. And for submit button, by the way, we write label book this way. Okay, now for Infoblock, how do we set it up? First of all, I will add a background, something nice, something like this one. Okay, and then I will add a paragraph inside. I need paragraph, I need content block to be inside the info block so I can write something. And I would write check-in. So here there will be check-in date. Let me make this info block a bit, add some spacing, let's say, okay? So it should be like this. Okay, now I type curly braces once, twice. Now context menu with dynamic text appears. And here I have check-in, check-out. This is the label of the field. And in the parentheses, I have check-in. So this is my first date here. Then I'll write check-out. Or we can actually put it below. Maybe it's even better. Now I open context menu again, and there is another menu, checkout menu item. I click it. Okay. Yes, this is set. Now I need submit action. This is my form. The basic example will, in this basic example, I will show you how to use this form just as is and create a record in database or send a mail. And for that, I choose save submission, and there is no settings, so just save. Submit action created. It's called save submission. So upon submission of this form, the new record in database will be created. And then if I would like to send also a mail, I would choose this or this. If I want a template, which I actually recommend to use this submit action. This is one of the strong features of the CraftForms plugin, because CraftForms plugin has email templates functionality. This visual builder for email templates exists. This feature, it is added. You can use it, and you can send nice, visually appealing branded emails along with data submitted in the form. I will not be doing it now. I will show it in the separate tutorial. Okay. And also I will not be adding this second submit action, but believe me, it works. It sends emails. You can try it by yourself, because actually these two submit actions are part of free version functionality. You can use it for free. You can try it for free. Okay. So for now, I just use save submission. And then very important question. What is the goal of this form? We should ask this question when we create the form. So it's just to collect the information, or maybe we also would like to give a price alone submission, alone when user works in the form, because it's additional functionality, and always better if user knows the price. Maybe he can plan better, stain, etc., etc. So in this case, we will go a bit further, and we will set up price calculation. Now, there is a panel pricing here. Let me close this one. Okay. And here I should insert the formula. How do I calculate the price? The price can be calculated like per person or per night. So it depends, right? It depends on the how you price your accommodation. Let me use manage smart variables, and I will create two smart variables, and I will set up both examples, both formulas, and then you will see how it works, and then you can decide and choose whatever works better for you, right? So first of all, I skip this formula for now. I go to smart variables, and then I return to formula, and I will explain you why it works better. I click on the manage smart variables. There is this modal window with smart variables. What are smart variables? They are kind of formulas created like additional extra formulas. I can create many of them, and I will do the first one. I choose type expression. This is exact type when I need just to write the formula. Okay, so the first variable will be kind of for cases when it is night, when the price of the booking depends on the quantity of nights chosen. Okay, so I will write nights price. And the formula could be this. So we have to know the number of nights based on the check-in and check-out dates, right? So for that, we have a special function here. It is called count nights. I click it. Now it is getting copied in the clipboard, and I can paste it here. I'm using Mac, so I use Command V, and if you use Windows, you should use Control V probably. Then I open parentheses because it's a function, and functions we write this way. The more information is given in the documentation for CraftForms plugin. Okay. Now, here I should insert 2 dates. First, check-in, then checkout. For that, I have variables based on form fields. I have form field dates, and for this form field, there are already 2 variables, check-in and checkout. So I click on check-in and I paste it first one, then I put comma, then I click on the checkout. It's for copying, right? I quickly copy it in the clipboard. And now I paste checkout variable here. Okay. And now I click add. This will be the price based on quantity of nights. The second variable will be visitors price. Let's call it like this. So this will be example of creating price based on the number of person visiting this, booking this accommodation, right? And here there is also different, let's say, strategies. Okay. It can be just adults that you would like to be paid for, so only quantity of adults. It might be adults plus children, or even plus newborns. It depends. Oh, sorry, I put the wrong plus. So I use plus. You see, there are pluses. So I just kind of write mass formula, but I use variables instead of hard-coded numbers, instead of 1, 2, 3, etc. I would suggest, like, I cannot suggest, actually, I would say that usually bookings are made based on the number of adults plus children, and sometimes for children there is a less payment. Sometimes it depends, right? So actually, let me correct myself, because I see some crucial mistake here in the smart variables naming. So it's just visitors quantity here, and here it's a nice quantity, not price. I did not set any price, right? So it's just nice quantity. Okay. And I will want to display these values inside the info block. So I click expose here, update, and the second expose and update. Okay, and I save, and now I can use this in here inside info block. So I can write nights, then context menu, and here I have nights quantity, this one, and slash persons, and there is a visitors quantity. Okay, like this. I click, no, I don't click publish. I set name. So it will be booking form, as simple as that. And now I click publish. No, I don't click publish right now because no, I actually can click publish. Okay, we will return to this form very soon. So I have new booking form. It's not used anywhere yet. So this is why we add a new page, and we call it B&B, for instance, this way. Very simple. And there is a craft. So I just filter in blocks patterns here, and there is a booking form I recently created. I use it. I insert it on this page, and I click publish here. And let's try it, how it works. So full name, etc., etc. Let's try how these fields are shown. Okay, so I choose some dates, and this is the date picker, very neat, right? So I click here 3 nights. It actually says me here in the tooltip. Okay, now I have chosen these dates, and here in the info block I see the same dates chosen. Okay, now it says 3 nights because this is exactly how many nights I chosen. You see, the form calculates everything already. Now I choose adults 1, and I have 1 person. I choose 1 children, and I have 2 persons. So maybe it's not the best label to describe it, because if I choose 1 here, it's still 2, because do you remember we do not count newborns. So maybe it's a not very good example, but you've got the gist, right? Because this is what it is about. It's about counting paying persons, let's say. Okay, let's go back to the, not here, but to the form. Okay, now we just decide casually what type of pricing we decide, and I would decide to use, hold on, I want to delete these persons, and I add price, and I will be making my price based on the number of nights. So I have a nights quantity variable. I click it here. I paste it inside the formula. I put a symbol of multiplication, and let's say 1 night costs $22. And here I have my formula for each night. Each night costs 22, right? And here I just want to display this currency and then price calculated like this. So I removed persons here. I have nights, I have price, and I click save, and I go back to my page. I reload it. I insert some name, John Smith, and I put some email here and some number, something like this. I choose dates from 20 to, I don't know, 24, 4 nights. 4 nights means we have $88 price for that. And then I choose 2 adults and 1 children. Test message goes here, and I cannot book without accepting this privacy policy, right? Now I click book, and it says we have received your message. I go back to admin area. I go back to submissions. This is where we save submitted data, because you see we have chosen actions, save submission. So all submitted data is here, submissions, and I have booking form. I can click this icon, and now I have my data, the name of the person, email, phone number, check-in, check-out dates, then number of adults and children, and also my smart variables are displayed here as well. Okay, and even a price. So it's a light version of booking. It does not change anything inside the form. You see, if I go here, those dates from 20 to 24 are still available, like they were never booked, right? So it's not the real booking. It's like probably the same that goes here. I cannot tell it for sure, but let's say I'm sure that vanilla contact form 7 does the same. Just records data, sends email, and that's it. Now, after I showed you this basic example, I should tell you that CraftForms offers a much better booking functionality. Let me show you how to set up it. The form will be the same, this one. I do not change the form, I reuse it, right? I go back to admin area, and what I need is catalog. And here I should create a new catalog item. Okay, I click add new. Now I suggest to pick a kind of room. So you can have B&B, you can have a small hotel. So if it's B&B, it's kind of like apartment, and you can say your apartment has availability or capacity as well, like 3-person or 4-person maximum, right? If you have small hotel, this should be one catalog item should be like room A, something like this, because then for specific room you could set maximum capacity of persons, because it's very important, because we do not want to have overbooked our place. In this case, let's say we have one apartment. It's a B&B, one apartment. So I just call it B&B apartment 1, just in case I have others. Type, I should choose booking. Now I will be using form, this one, booking form. I choose it for reference to see variables used in case I would like to override them, but I also need them to properly set capacity and availability fields connection. Okay, so here this is very important. Booking type, I can choose one of 4 booking types, and since I'm making example for B&B, so this is exactly the first type, the default one selected. Now there is a setting for availability window. I can set that, I can define that booking date picker dates are available from today, so I leave 0, and I can set booking for the next year. But in this case, maybe let's say I would like to set 90 days. This is the number of days. So the date picker, in the date picker, users could select only dates within the next 90 days. Each day, this will be the same 90 days by +1 day, of course, right? So it's dynamic. It's not specific date. It's just plus 90 days. Okay. Now occupancy model, usually it's exclusive. So we don't want to let people live with strangers, right? We don't want to let different strangers to book the same dates, the same room, right? So we leave it to set to exclusive, which means like it's for one family. It can be also shared. This option could be suitable for hostels where rooms can be shared among really strangers, right? So, but in this case, it's exclusive. Occupancy model, then capacity, it's the number of person, maximum number of person. It's also up to you how to decide which type of person. It's only adults, it's adults plus children, or also all type of people, like also newborns, etc. It's up to you. For this case, let's say, we will be setting it based on the number of adults, and usually it's just 2, and then we kind of decide, okay, you can bring your children, and it's it does not impact the capacity of this apartment because we use temporary beds, etc., right? But adults should be 2. And for that, like, how do I say in the form that specifically 2 adults should be maximum, right? So for that, there is a setting here, capacity measure variable. In this field, I should set adults. I should just put the variable that defines the number of person, and they will be checked against the maximum quantity, right? So if I would choose here visitors, and you remember visitors in this case Once again, visitors might be not the best name, but you remember that this is children plus adults. So if I would like to set maximum capacity to be like children plus adults chosen, I would choose this one. I would do this. But in this case, I would like to choose only adults. So might be a bit complicated, but it's very flexible because really it's possible to set it based on your schema, you know. And for date field variable, checking against which date picker, let me paraphrase it. Which date picker is the main date picker? Because there could be more date picker in the form, right? And the main date picker includes and shows availability. So we do not want to overbook our place. In this case, we should choose the correct main date picker. In this case, this is the only date picker. I just choose dates. Now there are also settings for iCal import export, and there is a possibility to override my field options or smart variables, and also item pricing. I will not be doing anything like this. I just I think I said everything, dates, adults, dynamic 90. Okay, I click save. Now my B&B Apt 1 catalog item is created here. I go back to the page. I have to edit it a bit. So I have to connect this form. This is a sync pattern. And I have to connect it to specific catalog item. This is how it works. I click here, linked catalog item setting, and I choose B&B Apt 1, my catalog item. I did it. Now I click save. And now I reload the page here. So it looks like the same page, right? Nothing was changed. Now let me do another booking within this form that is connected to catalog item. So I write John Smith and SMCom, then phone number, something like this, and then check-in date. So in this case, I would choose something like from 26 to 29. Okay. Now I have, let me put 3 adults, 2 children. Test message, and I'm okay with privacy. It shows 3 nights, so it should be 66. Now I try to book it. Now it says the number of guests exceeds the maximum capacity. I cannot book more than I said capacity for this catalog item. So this is the first check. This is advanced functionality of booking when I use catalog item. And this is exactly this field, adult. So it checks, and the maximum capacity is 2. I cannot book for 3 adults. It's not possible, right? Here I choose 2. Okay, now I click book. It says, thanks for your booking. Okay. Now let me check the date picker again. And now you see, those 4 dates are crossed out. I cannot book them anymore. They already booked. So when this is the second big feature and the proper booking functionality, I cannot book the same dates anymore. For the forms connected to catalog items, this functionality that prevents overbooking, and the functionality that prevents also overbooking, but in terms of quantity of person, is activated by default, because this is the essential booking functionality. And it works when I connect to catalog item. Now I go to orders. I open it. Now I have 2 tabs. These are orders from my previous video tutorial, and I should click here for bookings. So this is for regular products, but I should check bookings. And this is my booking that I booked just now. This is the correct catalog item. This is the dates that I chosen. This is the price. Status is pending, and I can see the details. Basically, the details can be seen in the same format as it was for save submissions. However, now it is a proper order, and it works this way. Specifically, status works this way. When it is pending, confirmed, or paid, then book the dates will be respected. If I will choose cancel it or refund it for this order, then these dates that are crossed out for now, they will be available again, because since the status says cancelled or refunded, means that booking is cancelled. So those dates, that apartment, right, for those dates in that capacity is available again. So yeah, this is the booking functionality of CraftForms plugin.